Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. I'm here with my main man, Mr. Fleece Johnson. What's up, Fleece?
Man, how you doing, my brother?
Doing good. You feeling all right today?
Man, I'm feeling great. Man, I just had a real special interview with, I'm trying to figure their name out.
Anton Daniels.
Yeah, Anton Daniels and his wife out of Detroit. It was super, man. I really appreciate the time that they put into traveling all them miles just to come up here and hear what I got to say, man. And it was exciting.
Good, yeah.
And they say they definitely coming back. So I was thrilled because since I've been out, I just been wandering the streets, man. Ain't been able to get jobs or nothing because they got all this stuff out on the internet that I'm a serial raper. Now, I ain't never raped nobody. Now, I want that, it got to be said. It got to be said, man. I can't leave it out there where to generate fans or whatever I got to say that I did. No, I ain't never raped nobody, but I tell you what, I done had ass. Good ass, a lot of ass. And it didn't come through no form of rape. It came through knowing how to use my mind to get what I want. That's what it came through. So let me tell you something, man. It was a horrible experience for me, prison. And I was sitting there thinking about one of the most horrible things that I ever seen in there, man, was, you know, like in prison, you can't even hold a normal conversation in prison, you know, because people in there, their mind is on one thing, booty. You know, spending their time every day, all night while they in the bed calculating, thinking of ways to get some butt out of somebody. So one day, I tried to make a comment, man. We was watching a basketball game, LeBron James. You know, he went up, shook 2, 3 of them, jumped up in there. You know how he do all that little fancy stuff, legs cocked out and stuff. And he dunked that ball, boy, and I jumped out and said, that's LeBron, man, ain't he tough? So these brothers, they like, I don't know about the dunk, but I know them. When I seen them jaws go up in his little cracker here, LeBron got a fat ass, man. His ass is fat. Man, that nigga's ass be hugging. Them cheeks be hugging that whatever he wear, them little shorts he wear. I said, come on, bro. I ain't even know how to answer it. He said, yeah, nigga, look at him. Sexy nigga. So that's how in prison, it's 2, 3 motherfuckers that, you know, I don't like prison. They say that shit about Jay-Z. You know, them big, fat, juicy lips of his, right?
They said it about him. Man,
they got people, the booty people in prison, they got Jay-Z's picture hanging up, like posted, like you would put a porn star, you know, like a naked female, you put up on the wall, and at nighttime you do your thing, right?
Yeah.
Man, they got these twisted motherfuckers because his lips is big and, you know, juicy the way they look. They jack on him. They got Jay-Z's everywhere. They buy his pictures, bro.
They got the whole picture up, or they just...
No, it's the picture of his lips.
That's it?
Yeah, his face and his lips, right? And dude say he like a little innocent look in his eyes, though, but, you know, Jay-Z, they like his lips. They say LeBron got fat ass, all this shit, and you think it's a joke, but they be dead serious. I'm talking about they done fell in love with, if you walk in that room and snatch that Jay-Z picture off that dude's wall,
it's a fight.
No, it's gonna be a killing, not a fight, a killing. You know, that's how much he loved Jay-Z, and he be, you know, romancing his lips every night, man. Man, they take him down, they take Jay-Z down every night, him and LeBron, especially LeBron, right? Because he always be bending over and all that stuff. I ain't play ball. And you got these freaks in prison, man. They be like, anything, you know, they ain't seen booty and stuff like that, and it just excites them. And so you can't even fart in prison.
You can't fart?
No, hell no, man. I was sitting down one day, the dude I was telling somebody about, I said, man, I saw this dude get, you know, pumped in his butt. Mm-hmm. I saw him get pumped in his butt, and the dude that did it, he was one of them big monsters. He just a big brick of a man. Mm-hmm. And he took, and he was throwing some hard thrusters in that dude. And dude's little booty cheeks was jumping and stuff. And so I said, shoot, man, this is crazy. So the next day, we all in the gym, and somebody right in back of me farted, you know, it sounded so. Everybody in the gym looked in this direction, and they started saying stuff like, "Oh man, he's open. That's pussy. Whoever did that, yeah. You can see me. I like to get to know you and all that." So it aroused them when they hear somebody fart. It's like you asking them.
That's an invitation.
Yeah, invitation, man. I'm open. Who wants me? So if you don't want a bunch of them running up on you, then when you hear somebody fart and you see whatever head you see they turn, you turn yours in that same direction, right? You trying to find out who it is too, right? So they won't think it's you. You know, because if you don't affiliate with that, you know, they'll bring that drama to you, man. So, yeah, man, I seen 5 or 6 times, man, I sat back and I had to fart real bad, but I was looking around and I'm making sure ain't nobody close enough to hear it. You know, because I ain't going through that shit, and suddenly I dropped something. I was holding it in my hand, went to pick it up, and it just came out a big fart. Man, everybody looked at me, and people were saying, "Oh, okay, that's good." Boy, I heard that one, boy. Hey, you know what? I ain't heard that in a long time, that sound. Ooh-wee, boy, that's good stuff. So I ain't say nothing. I'm like, didn't nobody say my name or nothing, so, but I know they talking. And so, you know, I make sure, you know, I heard somebody fart, and whatever head I see everybody, I mean, everybody, you talking about 100, 200 people's heads are turning in that direction. They want to know who did it, man.
It's like a mating call, huh?
Yeah, it's like a mating call. You know, you fart. You know, you got to watch it. And then another disturbing thing I didn't like in prison is when they put you in a double cell. See, I like single cells. I like being in a cell by myself. I don't want nobody in there but me. But that ain't the way prisons are built. They got double cells, and that's where you're going. So it don't matter if you're on the top bunk or the bottom. Sooner or later, the bed gonna start shaking. You know, shaking bed, shaking like that. And your bunkie is gonna be masturbating. You know, and you laying in bed and the whole bed is shaking. Now, you might say, "Hey, man." And he might answer, "Yeah." Said, "Hey, what you doing, bro? Can you wait till I leave the cell or something?" And then you end up having to fight. You know, when they go like that, you know, I mean, what can you do? You laying in the bed shaking. You know, dude's getting his money. That's what they call it.
That's what they call masturbating, getting your money?
Yeah, get your money. You know, he's getting his money, man. And, you know, you like, And then, here's the next thing. You hear the toilet flush. Then he climbed back in the bed. And you be like, man, I didn't hear the sink or nothing wrong with it. Nigga washed his hands or nothing. You know, he jacked out, threw it in the toilet, climbed back in the bed. Now he wants to shake motherfuckers' hands, people's hands and stuff. I said, you know, that part of prison, it really disturbed me. And so when I get out, I ain't have no society support, man. I done did my job in prison, right? While y'all out here protesting police brutality and all that, I was in prison protesting the brutality of inmates in there. And I fought them battles. I marched. It was like a one-man march, me. And you know what? It's documented.
Tell me a little bit about, I don't think I've ever asked you. I think you said your family didn't come and get you. Did you come and see you? But did you have visitation? Did anybody come and see you on a regular basis?
Yes. God blessed me one time. There was a time in my experience when I'm fighting these administration, these guards. I'm fighting them so hard. They coming closing in to kill me. They done cut off my communications, right? You know, they tapping into my mail, throwing away my legal stuff, a whole bunch of stuff. And if in prison, it's very important that you have some sort of outside support because they'll bury you alive, you know, and if you didn't have nobody and you were a target. So there was this lady out of Paducah, Kentucky. Her name was Ann Moore, and she was running for governor in the day when John Y. Brown was running for governor. And she put an article in the Paducah Sun newspaper, some sort of political statement. She was trying to make a point. I wrote her and told her that you ain't making a point because your angle is all people can see. Leave that alone. Say what you gotta say. So we developed a relationship. So she started coming for 8 years. This woman, Ann Moore, came to see me at the prison. She was running for governor. She came to see and make it, but she was a contender. And so I got a lot of respect being from the prison guards and stuff because they were scared. You know, they didn't want to touch me or try me then, right? Because I got somebody important, not only that, but a white woman. And she came to visit me, man. And they used to set me out, and this is how they set me out in front of them. All the other prisoners, they was visiting their families with no handcuffs, no leg cuffs. When she come to visit me, they would set me in front of her with handcuffs, leg cuffs, and a waist chain hooked to the cuffs. They tried everything they could to cause this lady to see me in a different light, make me look like I wasn't worth coming to see. But she saw me for 8 solid years.
8 years?
8 years.
How often did she come?
She didn't miss every Saturday and Sunday. She was there every week.
Wow.
Every week for 8 years. And Ann Moore, yes, God bless her. I think she's deceased now. And I have met quite a few very loving and caring white people. You know, I came up in an environment where white people weren't too liked. They was ill spoken of. Everybody want to talk about slavery, all that stuff. cause me to read my books. See, I don't take people's words on nothing. This is a man's word. I read it for myself and come to my own conclusions, right? That's how I do things. I don't do to follow the leader. You know, I follow the truth, the path of truth. And when I thought about it, think about this. Think about all the black basketball players, football players, boxers, lawyers, tennis players, golfers, all the Olympics, black people. Think about all the black actors and actresses. Now, here's the thing I want to, here's the bombshell right here. If white people never went to Africa and brought them over here, there wouldn't be no Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey, Denzel Washington, LeBron James, Steph Curry, black anything over here. We would still be stuck over in that crazy country, on that continent, without knowledge, without anything. The same way they are now over. It's a little bit modernized now, but it's nothing compared to the greatness and goodness that came to black people when they came to America. See, people don't talk about that. They don't talk about what was achieved through slavery, after slavery. They don't talk about why slavery even came about. They don't know the spirituality of it. I do. So, what I want to tell you white people, thank you. I wouldn't even exist, probably. If blacks never came to America, what would I have been? What would I have turned out to? Think about all the blacks out here in America right now. They got houses, cars, trucks, babies. You can go to this club and that club. They ain't got all that over. If our people was never brought over here, if they was never brought to this country, blacks would have not achieved anything even close to the magnitude of what they have achieved over here in America, period. So white people, thank you. You know, I thank you. I'm glad you didn't leave me over. Crazy bugs, everything over can kill you. Flies, size of matchbooks. They got damn flies look like bats and ants. Big, like, yeah, got heads like screw. Who wants to live like it? I don't. Shit. It wasn't too long when they first got their first McDonald's. Shit, we got them on every corner. So, you get my point.